Yes, I'm just getting up. I'm going to be showering and getting ready for work, although I work from home, so woohoo! But, no, I was just looking at my old photos, man. Oh, I used to get so mad when people would throw food out. I don't know if you guys see on one of my other TikTok, little things I posted. My old boss would literally throw tons of meat out all the time. Sometimes it had to be because of the quality. I mean, you couldn't donate it. But there was a time he threw out, I want to say it was 8 boxes, 9? I think it was 9 full cases of chicken, drumsticks, and thighs. Because we were going to have a corporate visit. And he felt that that would have been, he would have got yelled at for that. Because, so at Save-A-Lot, they would do surveys. I don't know what they do now, because they got, Save-A-Lot terribly mismanaged their money, of course. And then they had to go back to franchise and sell part, you know, their business, because, you know, they don't know how to manage money, apparently. But, oh, who knows what all the details are, but that's what I took from it. But anyway, so we were having a corporate visit, and, you got surveys, and so if they would have came in and seen all this chicken, they would have been like, why wouldn't you have monitored your chicken survey, maybe cut it down? But, I mean, there was times that you planned these surveys out and you'd be busier than you expected. So it was kind of hard to do surveys sometimes. I mean, it didn't always work out in your favor, you know, so I don't know that that would have been fair. So instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I really thought we were going to be busy, you know, we had been, you know, trending in sales, you could have said anything. But instead, you threw out tons of chicken into the dumpster. It just will never, and people are going to say, the guy he's such a nice guy, and I'm not taking anything away from him as, like, a human being. But the way he led, we just were on 2 different levels. And a lot of people saw my side, but, I mean, a lot of people stood by him, so it's whatever. Don't even care. Like I said, I can't say nothing bad about him, although I think it does kind of go back to being a decent human being or not, because if you're throwing away food, I mean, how can you not think of people that could be starving that this could be going to? The Akron Canton Food Bank is not very far from us. And there we were even authorized to donate to local churches. So not sure, you know, could have called somebody and just came and got it. Because somebody would have donated that. You know, we freeze it and then you can take it and then thaw it out and feed it to people. So, but that disgusted me. And then that video I sent it to, the pork chops, just throw them in the trash. And you can see we had the clearance stickers. All you had to do is you always pull it at night, and then you freeze it. I mean, then you donate it. So, you know, you just put it in the gun, make sure that it's annotated, you know, that it's not on our books anymore. Dude, that used to make me so mad. People are starving. There are people everywhere. And some of it's their own fault, but it doesn't matter. If we can feed them instead of throwing that stuff into the trash, that just makes more sense. I get so passionate about that. You know, I grew up poor. My family's been so dysfunctional. My whole life has been nothing but chaos. And the one thing I've always been pretty strong on, no matter what anyone says about me, is I think I'm kind. I can be a smart ass, I can be a condescending prick sometimes, and I did do 13 years in the military, so yes, I can definitely be that way. However, I try to be good to people, I try to be kind, I try to offer my, you know, my words or my resources if I have any, and for people to just throw away food like that and to not even think about it over a job, you got me messed up. See, when Save-A-Lot, when I knew when I was about to leave Save-A-Lot, because it just was getting too much. When this district manager literally looked in my face and said, what part of the problem are you then? And I'm like, because and just a quick story. So when my boss, when I came back from, you know, I jumped off my roof and tried to kill myself or whatever I was doing. I don't know. I was drunk as hell. I broke my wrist, almost snapped my neck. So I came back. You know, I'd been back for a while, and my boss went on vacation, and all he said to me was, Jeff, do not order like crazy stuff, something to that extent. That's all he said. He did not tell me not to order a super combo, which is a full truck. And the way he was ordering, I can tell you, people could walk in that store and they ask me all the time. I can get people to tell you this is true. People that I know. And they'd come in, man, your store, man, your store is like low. You guys going out of business? I've had people ask me that multiple times because of how low he kept that store. And I understand shrink. I'm not stupid. But if you also keep your store so low that the presentation is questionable, that's a problem. And that's not how retail is supposed to be. You want to keep your store full, fresh, and friendly, as they say. But anyway, so he comes back. I had ordered a full truck. He was mad. Didn't even talk to me about it. Just wrote me up. Slid the write-up to me and just said, here you go, Jeff. That's it. And I looked at it and said, wow. And, you know, I signed it and I walked out the office. At that point, I was pretty much done because I'm like, you can't even have a conversation to me face to face as a man because I'm hearing all this stuff behind my back from everybody else, but not directly from you, who was my boss. Like, I don't care. And even now, if we talk to me, then he's still making stupid comments. Even when he's seen me the one time when I was at a Save-A-Lot, because I don't go there that often, he was very dismissive and kind of rude, and that's fine. You don't have to like me. But you had the power. You were the store director. You had the power to check that shit, and you did. That's not my fault. Not my fault at all. My behavior is my responsibility, but if you don't check it and you're my boss, that's on you. So don't do that, man. That stuff makes me so mad. But anyway, as you can tell. But anyway, so I requested a meeting with the with the one DM, and so he got another DM involved. And then what happened after that was my pay got messed up before the meeting. Oh, that's what happened. Sorry, I was going to talk to the DM anyways, but what sealed the deal was like a week later, they had an assistant manager who was a meat cutter, but he was still coded as an assistant manager, which I don't think is right. So he kept his higher pay, which whatever, but he still did payroll occasionally stuff. Well, he didn't think to text me and say, hey, Jeff, your time's messed up. I was going to other stores and helping. So you didn't think to check and just double check because my time was at like 28 hours or something. So you know I'm full time. And I'm not, my time is my responsibility. I didn't think I needed to say that. So that's still on me. However, as another manager who was an assistant manager who knew about all these problems that could happen, you didn't think to have my back and say, hey, you know what, man, he didn't have 40 hours. I told him, I asked him about it, and he's like, well, I just didn't think about it. But I'm like, if that was you, you would have been pissed. And maybe you would have double-checked before me, maybe. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know, you should know if someone's full-time and they've been going to other stores and helping, something probably got messed up. You know, and I was working all these hours and doing random things, so I was probably just didn't think about it myself. So anyways, so I had sent a thing to him, and the guy said, well, he's like, it can still be submitted. I said, I can't submit my own time card. I can't do that. And the DM saying that to me, I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me. You can't be that dumb to tell me something like that. You know what policy is. Oh, I get so mad at these people. Man, I didn't do 13 years in the military to be talked down about some people that went to college, and that's all they know. And they think they know the business. The business evolves. But I can tell you, experience speaks volumes. Not that college is bad. We all know this. Get your education. I'm trying to go back to college when my bankruptcy and all this bullcrap's over. I get it. But don't ever sit down there and talk down to me when I've experienced that really is a lot more than a lot of people I've worked with. Hands down, it is. I'm sorry. But anyways, so, God, oh, I got to be going off on little rants. So, anyways, we sit down there and talk, and that was one thing he said to me was like, hey, man, what is your problem? So I said, well, when I go to my store manager and he tells me I don't really want me to write people up because, they may quit and we need people, then that's out of my hands. So, I got so mad, and the other DM was kind of smirking a little because she knows I wasn't wrong. These people don't like passionate people. They want to screw their coworkers, and they want to just get through and get a paycheck. That's all people want. They don't really care about passion. They don't care about doing the right thing. They don't care about taking care of business. They care about just, oh, I got a paycheck. People irritate the hell out of me. I do not understand people, and then they wonder why people are so jaded, man, and messed up in the head because you guys are weak. All you care about is busting a nut, getting your rocks off, and getting a paycheck. And I understand that to an extent because I don't go as above and beyond as I did when I was younger, but let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit here and be no fake person that sits here and is weak. Like, that's just not me. And if you think I am, I'm sorry. First off, beat drugs, alcohol, HIV positive, which has messed my life up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been through a lot of things in my life, just like every one of you have been. And you know what? Overall, my decisions haven't been the best. I've done some shady things, messed some things up, but I'm a passionate motherfucker, and I do not understand people on this planet at all. You know what? We all make mistakes. We have our journeys, but own up to them, and move on. But, well, that depends on the day. But anyways, I'm getting off here. That was just my little rant. Stop wasting food, people. Donate it to people. It just, man, people really, there are some people out there really struggling, and they could use it. If they could put money on a bill instead of buying food, and we could support them, first off, it's going to benefit the economy in the long run. All these things are relative to each other, and if we do it all together, one piece by one piece, or one part at a time, whatever you want to say, we will get this done. So I hope you all have a great day. Eat chicken wings and pot pies.